Okay, take two. Hey there. So we need to talk about transgender people, specifically the rumor that there is a epidemic of transgender shootings, as in transgenders are doing the shooting. This is a reaction video, and it is a reaction to something that a coworker of mine said twice now, claiming those very things. And I remember the first time that I heard it, I wanted to look online and see if there was any truth to this. The problem is I could not find, at least in my circle of the internet, a source that referenced that. I found sources of shootings, recent shootings, but none of them mentioned sexuality as a cause. And this was in reference to, it was a school shooting specifically. But my coworker tonight was talking about a shooting of a Christian church that he's claiming that from the media he's getting that a transgender person was fed up with the persecution that transgender people do get in actuality and went and shot up a Christian church. Now, this person has gained his information. He's admitted to gaining information from conservative sources. After I got the car, before I came home, I decided to do a Google search just to see what came up. I specifically asked for the number of transgender shootings versus non-trans. From Reuters, majority of U.S. mass shooters are cis men, not transgender. From AP News, fact focus, no incredible rise in transgender shooters. From the Washington Post, there is no clear epidemic or transgender mass shooters. From Yahoo News, no transgender and non-binary people are not frequently ellipses. In the wake of a tragic mass shooting in Iowa, conservatives and far-right extremists have falsely peddled the claim. Speaking of LGBTQ. U.S. News and World Report, fact focus, no incredible rise in transgender shooters. So in other words, what this is saying is that conservatives are doing exactly what they always do. Hey, editing Preston here. So I just wanted to make something really clear about this part. I don't think I made a very definitive statement just now, and I just want to be perfectly clear. Not all people who subscribe to the conservative side of things believe what I'm about to say wholeheartedly, or maybe not even partially. There's plenty of reasons to enjoy or to learn from a political perspective, and that is it's my mistake to be so definitive. A part of that it's because of how I was raised and the argumentative cues that I picked up on. So I apologize. This, again, is a reaction video. So, but I just wanted to make it clear that I don't think that everything is as one-sided as my brain might think, if that makes any sense. They find a isolated incident, assuming that this is even true. It probably is, but I have not been able to find a source. But assuming this is true, conservatives are going to take this and they're going to run with it, because this never happens really. And yeah, the majority of shootings are from cis, straight, white men in the conservative and especially evangelical scene. The thing that was triggering my friend was he was upset because transgender person was expressing sympathy for the transgender community. And rightfully so, to be honest, because even though what happened is absolutely tragic, and I don't wish death and murder on anyone, I'm a godless pacifist, and godless, because I'm an atheist. The reason why I feel that the transgender person made that statement and was focusing towards that demographic is because of what absolutely is going to happen, which is probably going to be some kind of shooting from a cis white man, probably at a school, because of this perceived enemy, which is not. Transgender people just want to be themselves. They want to celebrate that. They want to have the liberty to do so without persecution and without getting shot in the motherfucking head. They just want to exist. And I dare you to find a significant number of references that speak of transgender families or LGBTQ families kicking their kids out because they're straight. Probably because it doesn't happen. Because they are accepting, because they are loving people, because they want to be seen as people. They want to express the thing that they are born with. They want to be celebrated. They want to have pride in who they are. And having grown up conservative myself, I had a hard time understanding that. I had a hard time understanding the feminist position. But I now understand why there's an emphasis on Black Lives Matter, transgender rights, LGBTQ rights, and so on and so forth. Because us straight whiteys already have them without threat. The only threat that the conservatives, and especially the evangelical community, have is that... Hey there, editing Preston again. I just wanted to repeat what I said about the political targeting that I was doing and the sort of absolute statements that I use. I use a bit of that here too, but I just want to be clear that, again, not every evangelical believes hardcore what I'm about to say. There's a spectrum across the board on this matter, and you can probably find yourself anywhere along these lines. Just wanted to, interject here, and again, apologize for being so black and white with my language. That's a habit that I have, and I'm trying to overcome that. So, anyways, just being clear about that. It just goes against how they feel. It goes against their beliefs. Their beliefs, which often involve, turning people into pillars of salt, or just straight up killing them. Or genocide, like the Israelites did in the Old Testament. It's this violence that conservatives believe in is the only way to change. That seems to be the only true form of change for them. By change, I mean keeping things the way they are, which is pretty fucked up. And it bothers me even more. And most of them do this ignorantly, but on websites like Facebook, conservatives push these things. They try to convince people to share this, and they spread this medium, which is their right to do, but it's going to get people killed. It's going to hurt people. People are going to die because these messages are being spread, because having used to have been conservative myself, there's a lot of implication that comes with that kind of thinking. Conservatives can't spout facts. Hey there, editing Preston again, and hopefully for the last time. I just wanted to call myself out here. I do want to say that, conservatives do use facts, like actual proven facts. So this was definitely a misnomer. The point I'm trying to get at is that they'll use facts or start from a kernel of truth or an absolute truth, but then they will work to twist it into their narrative based on their feelings. And often both conservatives and evangelical types will start with a theory first and then try and find facts to support it, rather than the scientific way of starting with the facts and evidence around you, having a hypothesis, but being objective about it and working your way towards a solution. It's an inversion of the scientific process. So just being clear about that. Because if they did so, it would be disproving their own points. So they may make vague statements like, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. They make implications like that. And because you're hearing things from your church leaders, you're hearing things from your other friends that are like politically active or just expressing themselves, you end up inserting your own level of hatred towards people that you just don't understand. Stop it.